They say your wedding day should be the happiest day of your life, a moment filled with love, joy, and a little chaos. But what if that chaos wasn't an accident? What if someone planned to ruin your day just to make it about themselves? That's what happened to me. And while she thought she got away with it, I was already planning how to take everything she cared about. Because I don't just get mad, I get even. My name is Adeline. I'm 29 and recently married to the love of my life, Mark. We've been together for 6 years. Stable, supportive, kind. The kind of guy who actually listens when you talk about your day. But let's talk about his sister, Jessica. Jessica has always had a flair for attention. In high school, she faked a fainting spell at her friend's graduation. She once wore a sheer white dress to someone else's engagement party. And when I first met her, she told me, with a completely straight face, that she's the reason Mark knows how to treat women. What? Mark always said she was just extra and to ignore it. But over the years, it built up. She'd undermine me in subtle ways, comment on my weight, my clothes, my job. Once, at a family dinner, I told a story about a promotion. She interrupted to say, "That's cute, but is that even a real promotion? I mean, you're still just middle management, right?" I bit my tongue. Every time. Because family. Because Mark asked me to try. Because I thought she'd grow up. Spoiler alert, she didn't. When we got engaged, I was thrilled. We planned a small wedding, nothing extravagant, but personal, and I stupidly, naively asked Jessica to be a bridesmaid. From day one, she complained, "You really want sage green? Isn't that kind of washed out? That's the dress you picked? It's very simple. Are you sure you're ready to get married? You still have, student loans, right?" She showed up late to the bridal shower. She took selfies during the toast. And at the dress fitting, she wore heels 3 inches higher than everyone else. At that point, I told Mark I was ready to kick her out of the wedding party. He begged me to reconsider, said he'd talk to her. He did, and for a while, she chilled. Or so I thought. The day of the wedding arrived. I was up early doing hair and makeup with my closest friends. There was laughter, nerves, a few happy tears. Everything felt like it was finally falling into place. The ceremony was set for golden hour, a beautiful outdoor setup under twinkling lights and soft music. I remember standing with my dad, bouquet in hand, waiting for our cue. And then, I heard a gasp. I peeked out from behind the doors and nearly dropped my flowers. Jessica was walking through the crowd, in a white wedding gown, floor-length lace, mermaid cut, veil. At first, I thought no, that can't be what she's wearing, right? But oh, it was. Some guests started whispering, "Wait, is that the bride? Is this a double wedding? Why is she wearing a veil?" Even the photographer looked confused. My grandma actually walked up to her and said, "Sweetheart, you look beautiful. Where's the groom?" Mark's aunt had to step in and redirect her. I was humiliated. And Jessica? She smiled. Smiled. When I walked down the aisle, all eyes weren't on me. They were darting between me and her. And worst of all, Mark didn't even notice at first. The ceremony went on. I forced my smile, but inside I was shaking. Jessica stood there the entire time like some twisted second bride. After the ceremony, I pulled her aside. "Jessica," I said as calmly as I could, "what the hell was that?" She shrugged. "It's just a dress, Emily. You don't own the color white. Besides, you're married now. Let it go." Let it go? I didn't scream. I didn't cause a scene because I knew she wanted a reaction, and I don't give people like her the satisfaction. Instead, I started planning. You see, Jessica has secrets. And one night, about a year before the wedding, she got drunk at a girls' night and told me one of them. She had been cheating on her husband, Jake, for months, with multiple men. One of them she nicknamed Vegas Boy. I didn't even ask why. I had receipts, screenshots. She'd texted me photos thinking I'd find it hilarious. I never told anyone, because it wasn't my business. Until now. So a week after the wedding, I called Jake, told him we needed to talk. He invited me over. I showed him the texts, the photos, the timestamps that didn't lie. He sat in silence for a long time. Finally, he said, "Thank you. You didn't have to tell me, but I'm glad you did." I thought that would be it. But then he added, "Can I ask you something? Do you think she ever loved me?" I didn't know what to say. 2 weeks later, Jessica's perfect life unraveled. Jake left her, filed for divorce, took their kids to stay with his parents, who, by the way, love me. Jessica tried to call me, text me, even leave a voicemail sobbing. "How could you do this to me? You ruined my life." I didn't respond. She showed up at Thanksgiving dinner that year, uninvited. Mark's mom opened the door, saw her, and said, "Jessica, I think it's time you stop making everything about yourself." Door closed, just like that. She lost everything. Her marriage, her image, the financial support from her parents. She had to move in with a friend across town, sold her car. She even started a GoFundMe and claimed she was abandoned by her fake family. It didn't get much traction. Mark and I moved on. Our marriage is strong. Jake's doing better too. He's in therapy, he's seeing the kids, and we're still close friends. I even helped him find a new apartment. Jessica, she still posts cryptic Instagram stories. Quotes like, "Real ones know who the snakes are." And maybe she's right. Because I was a snake. I let her dig her own grave. I just handed her the shovel. So yeah, she stole my wedding day. She humiliated me in front of everyone I love. But I stole her family, her respect, her mask, and I did it all without raising my voice. Because some people think they're untouchable until the moment they're not. And the best revenge is letting them destroy themselves. She even started a GoFundMe and claimed she was abandoned by her fake family. It didn't get much traction.